Welcome to Warriors TV in association with Mental Performance Hockey Limited. We have Solway Sharks coach here with us, Martin Grubb. Martin, a great win in the end for the Sharks, but the game, I mean, it had everything, didn't it, with arguably the two best sides in this league?
Yeah, I mean, obviously our ultimate goal was always to come in here and win. We came off the back of a disappointing performance and result in Solihull last week, and we discussed in the build-up to this that we needed to be better, we needed to compete a little bit more. I mean, we know what the Warriors are like at home. They're a good team, they're a strong team, they've got a lot of depth, there's a lot of physicality in that team. We also did say that sometimes that physicality can be the worst, I guess, for them, because they start taking penalties, and our focus purely was to come in here and make sure we performed well, we were solid defensively, and we knew we'd get scoring chances. So, yeah, as you say, I had about everything. For me, I'm not a huge fan of that style of hockey at times, but it's probably exciting. And as I say, ultimately for us, we've got out of here with 2 points. I think that means that, depending on other results, obviously, that I think we top this group. So, job done.
Yeah, you'd have to say now, Sharks pretty much favourites to top the group. Warriors with still quite a bit of work to do on that score, but I mean, looking ahead in the next round, do you think it is much of an advantage topping the Northern group?
Well, I mean, I guess the one thing you do get is the decision to play home or away first. If we decide to move from our usual Saturday, I don't know, the club will decide that. I think it's momentum. It's nobody wants to lose hockey games. Both of the teams, as you've seen, nobody was given an inch there. They both wanted to desperately win. I think there's a little bit of momentum, that little bit on the mental side, where for us particularly, coming in here on 2 defeats would have been tough in a row. And that's us obviously 3 in a row over Whitley, which, it might have no bearing in the season, but I guess for us, we got to look at the positives and just know that we stuck to our game, we stuck to our system. We done some good things, we made some mistakes, and ultimately, who knows? We'll see what happens going forward. I think both teams will be the same. They'll try and win every game, and if that means it's an advantage topping the group, great. If it ends up not being, then I guess we'll find out. It could end up being the same 2 teams in the final, and I wouldn't be surprised with that either.
Yeah, as you said there, obviously another 3 more games scheduled between the two sides this season. They've come thick and fast early on, haven't they? So I suppose it's kind of set the scene a little bit and given each side a good test early on. 100%.
I mean, obviously the COVID, the season or non-season, everybody's looking to see who's going to come out of the pandemic with what kind of players, and credit to Paul and David. They've built a really strong, a huge roster here. I know some guys missing, but on paper, they look the favourites. They won the league, and they were probably the favourites for the playoffs the last season. So they kind of start with a target on their back, then we start unbeaten for a while, and then we have to learn to play with a target. So it's certainly 2 of the top 3 teams going hammer and tongs early, and our thing was, can we get some results early? Can we lay a marker down to say, it's way too early to say we're going to win anything, but can we lay a marker down to say we're here to compete, we can beat the best teams in the league? And I say last week was disappointing for us, so we had to make sure tonight that we did lay that marker down. And I thought, even with the physicality, which I personally don't think we're renowned for, I thought we managed to stick by that. And as I say, ultimately we're delighted to get out of here and that kind of game with the points.
Yeah, and at the end of the first period, me and my co-commentator David Hall said what a perfect away performance it had been by the Sharks early on, because Warriors come out full guns blazing, they took the lead, but then that seemed to sort of almost wake you up, and you turned it around very quickly and took the 2-1 lead into a break.
Yeah, I mean, I think we said the first 10 minutes when you come in here is massive. The Warriors come out fast. We know the kind of hockey they're going to play. We knew that we had to be good defensively and probably soak up some pressure, maybe play on the break. And we came here with a game plan to kind of play that almost that ugly road game. And I think once we did wake up and we started to execute our system a little, we frustrated them. We managed to get our noses in front, and I thought after the first we were playing really pretty well. From there, I think it was penalty ridden for there, and I think both teams were pretty poor in their power play, if I'm honest. I think there's a couple of short-handed goals for us, which was great, and then obviously the circus came to town, and it's never a great way to finish a game. But first period was our best probably away performance of the season, and we're happy with that.
Yeah, as you said, them 2 short-handed goals were probably the difference in the end, weren't they?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I guess anybody's on the power play, you're looking to try and capitalise on that. as a worst case, you're obviously looking to get out of there with nothing against, and to get caught, probably from Whitley's point of view, with a couple of sucker punches. It's going to be tough on them. Obviously for us, we're delighted. I think we've scored one short-handed goal before tonight, so I knew we could be a threat there, but first and foremost, you want nothing against. So ultimately, when you look at the end of the night, it's definitely going to be the difference.
And finally, just going back to the penalty shot, looked like Callum Hepburn injured himself in trying to stop the shot. Is he okay?
I think he's definitely got at least a groin pull. I think he feels that he's maybe even torn the groin. He felt it straight away. He's in a lot of pain. Really struggling to walk at the moment. I thought he was unlucky. Moralee, we know, is good on the penalty shots. We've watched video before. I thought, if I'm honest, it wasn't a penalty shot in the first place, but that's not my call to make. And from us, it was difficult because Jordan would have to go in 4 minutes to go here cold, and I thought we'd done a good job in the end protecting him. Obviously, the penalties with us being on the power play helped us, but yeah, I mean, Cal, we'll assess him when we go home, but he's struggling right now, and I thought he'd played really well up until then.
Well, we send him our best wishes, of course, and as always, Martin, it's a pleasure talking to you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.